It's the River, 105 and 103.5. DC Taylor here. Today we've got a big show announcement that the River is proud to be a part of. It's called Banding Together for Bret, and it is set for Saturday, April 11th at the Woodlands. It is a benefit show for Bret Alexander, one of the most beloved and respected musicians right here in Northeast PA. So many people have seen him perform over the years with the Badlees and Gentleman East. And we've got our own Alan K. Stout here in the studio with us, host of the Sunday night show Music on the Menu, 9 o'clock Sunday nights right here on the River. Also, AJ Jump, the owner and general manager of Carl Hall in Wilkes-Barre, to talk about the show. Hey, guys, how are you?
Hey, DC, how are you, man?
How's it going, DC?
Thanks for having us on.
Well, good to see you guys. Can you tell us how did Banding Together for Bret come about? What's up with Bret and so many people are coming together for this benefit?
Well, Bret has a degenerative kidney condition that he's known about for quite a few years now.
Yeah.
I guess he always knew that eventually he was going to need a kidney transplant, and that day has come. He's going to be having the transplant about a month from now. Mm-hmm. And he's not going to be able to work for a couple of months as he recovers. Mm-hmm. And so his friends here in the local music community, AJ being at the forefront of that, are helping put together a benefit to help him get through that time when he's recovering from the surgery. And that's really what the show's about.
Great. And AJ, there's a lot of folks helping out with this event, some of the components to it, basket raffles, rock auction, things like that.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of different items, different memorabilia from certain bands that Bret has worked with over the years, Breaking Benjamin being one of them. They'll have some items there, as well as other local businesses that are going to put forth different gift certificates, recording studios. Paul Smith, 8 days a week, he's going to offer up some studio time as well. So there'll be a lot of different great gifts that will be there for auction.
It's the River, 105 and 103.5. DC Taylor here in the studio with Alan K. Stout from Music on the Menu, Sunday nights here on the River, and also AJ Jump, the owner and general manager of Carl Hall in Wilkes-Barre, talking about Banding Together for Bret. It is April 11th at the Woodlands, a benefit show for Bret Alexander. Obviously, Alan, everyone that listens to your show on Sunday, they're familiar with Bret's music, and going back to the 90s, he was part of a few national hits. Can you tell us a little bit more about his career?
Well, yeah, I mean, just briefly to get back to his situation, he has a donor, which is such a big obstacle when you need a kidney. It's an amazing story. His cousin is going to donate a kidney to Bret, but it's a serious operation. I mean, it's not outpatient surgery. It's an organ transplant, and so that's really why we're coming together like this. He's going to be laid up for a while, but his career, really magnificent. I mean, the work with the Badlees, he had 2 national record deals. I mean, they toured the whole country with Bob Seger, and they did shows with the Almonds and Plant Page.
Yeah.
We're on VH1. He had a great run there with that band and opened the studio, Saturation Acres, and produced so many bands. I mean, AJ's pretty much the house drummer down there, AJ. I mean, you work with Bret a lot. Yeah,
I mean, I just worked with him twice this week alone, and there's countless into the hundreds now tracks that I can't remember them all, but they're always fun. That's for sure.
And he's a great producer. He did the first Breaking Benjamin EP. Some of those tracks that he did at his own studio, which was in Danville at the time, wound up on the national release, which is a gold record. And, he's here now. This is where Bret lives. This is his home. And so even though he's accomplished all these things throughout the country and has had his music heard throughout the country, I mean, I heard it on Muzak once. You could see Bret playing around here, gigging all the time. He's a part of this musical community. And so, that's really, what this is all about, is giving back to something. I mean, you mentioned, the show on Sunday. No one's been on the show more than Bret.
Yeah.
I mean, we kid around that he's like to what Alec Baldwin is to Saturday Night Live, Bret is to Music on the Menu. We say that whenever he's here. And that's because he's always has something great going on with music. He's an interesting guy to talk to, and he's really the most talented musician I've ever met, and songwriter. And so, we're really looking forward to 11. We wish we didn't have to be doing this. We wish Bret didn't have to go through this, right, H?
No, definitely not. But
we're happy to do it for him.
And where do we get more info on this? The Music on the Menu Facebook page?
Yeah, Carl Hall is the sponsor. They're going to be posting things about it. 105 The River, the Times Leader. We have some great sponsors, Rock Street Music, LT Verastro, all these people that are coming together to help us out. We'll all be sharing the info. The tickets are going to go on sale on February 1st through Eventbrite, and AJ's been coordinating that. And, we'll keep you posted through all those Facebook pages.
The River, 105 and 103.5. DC Taylor here, still in the studio here with Alan Stout from Music on the Menu, Sunday nights here on The River. AJ Jump, the owner and general manager of Carl Hall and Wilkes-Barre. We're talking about the show that's going to be happening Saturday, April 11th at the Woodlands, Banding Together for Bret, a benefit show for Bret Alexander. He's going through some health things, so we want to get a whole bunch of people together to help him out. And you're doing the show. You're doing the show in April at the Woodlands. That's the same place, same time of the year that you used to do Concert for a Cause, right? And Bret was always a big part of that show, wasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, there'll be some familiarity there in the air that night for sure. But this is its own event. I think the one thing about Concert for a Cause I'd like to mention is that Bret played every single one of them. I mean, he's played so many benefits over the years for so many people, including those 10 shows that we did at the Woodlands over the years. So. Maybe it's karma. He gave so much to so many people through his time and talent over the years, including those shows. And so to be doing it up there with some of the same folks that used to help us out with that show, AJ was always at that show at the last couple of years too. That'll feel right. That's a good place to do it. The Woodlands, they'll treat us well. Yeah. That's for sure.
Very nice. And give us some details on the show. Who's playing? How do you get tickets?
The tickets will be February 1st. They go on sale through eventbrite.com. The lineup is a packed lineup. We have a bunch of reunions. Underground Saints, Mere Mortals, and the original Grace's Downfall lineup. They'll all be reuniting for the evening. Bands such as Dustin Douglas and the Electric Gentlemen, Burke Co., Tim and Rob Husty, the Husty Brothers, the Boastfuls, great young band out of Scranton, and Randazzo, Tom Flannery, Joe Cigan, Tony Halchak, Ellie Rose, incredible young songwriter, Jeremy Hummel, former Breaking Benjamin drummer, Nyke Wan Wyk, who Nyke played with the Badlees there towards the end for a while, and Kate. And also there's going to be an all-star tribute to the music of Bret Alexander featuring Ron Simasek and Paul Smith, who former members of the Badlees, current members of Gentleman East, and a couple other guys, Aaron Fink, Dustin Drevage, Nyke Wan Wyk joining them, and maybe some special guests, and also special guest singers throughout that set doing a bunch of Bret's music. It's going to be amazing.
Just want to give a shout out to Kim Rosenthal and Jack Rosenthal. They're doing the raffle baskets and the GoFundMe, and Linda Alpha and Eddie Upnell, who also helped us, get this thing rolling. And it's funny. I really got to give a big shout out here to AJ because I've probably done about 15 or 16 benefits over the years, and I feel like I kind of know the drill and how to put one together. And then teaming up with AJ, I'm kind of the pragmatic one. We'll do this. Here's the checklist, and he comes in like a tornado. I mean, he's like so much energy and so many great ideas. And, that comes from the great work he's doing down at Carl Hall with live music and the experience that he's had, around this music scene for so many years. So, AJ, thank you, man, for all your efforts and working so hard to put this together for our friend.
Thank you, Alan. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate everything you do for local music as well, man.
Now, this is a community effort. This is a whole bunch of people. It's not about anybody but Bret. He's been the center of this music community here in Northeastern Pennsylvania for 25 years now. So we really hope to see everybody at the Woodlands on April 11th.
Excellent. Sounds like a great night of music for a great cause. It's Banding Together for Bret, set for Saturday, April 11th at the Woodlands. And AJ Jump and Alan Stout. Appreciate you guys coming in and talking about this today on The River.
Thanks, DC.
Thanks, DC.
The River, 105 and 103.5.